Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Now, today, I'm gonna show you what you can get in Buenos Aires for around $700. I'm gonna show you the apartment I stayed in here for the first month, and I'm gonna cue onto the screen the pool and the rooftop right now because I've gone up there 3 to 4 times the last few days. This is the last thing I'm recording, unfortunately, and there's been tons of people up there, families up there, so I haven't been able to record the intro for you. But I'll show you guys what the pool looks like, what the rooftop looks like, some of the other amenities at this place as well. And then I'll show you around the neighborhood here in the Almagro, Palermo area, and then the unit and what that looks like. Now, if you hear me talking about showing you my next unit, I'm actually gonna save that for another video because this video is already long enough. This will be helpful for people. It's good to document the area, good to document the Airbnb, and if you guys are interested in it, I will also include it in the link down below. So enjoy, let's show you this current apartment and the area around it. Let's get after it. All right, so while showing you guys the unit, I also figured I'd show you guys around the neighborhood a little bit. So around here, I think it's a little bit more suburban. You're not right in the mix, but you're within 10 to 15 minute walk of being in the mix everywhere. So that's what I really like about being in the Almagro neighborhood, right on kind of Avenida Cordoba. I like this area. It's a little bit harder to find things that are open all the time, but it's still very affordable. You can find some good spots out here, and you're within 10 to 15 minute walk of pretty much anywhere. 10-minute walk to the soup tea, which I take all the time. But yeah, here's kind of what the neighborhood looks like, a little bit more suburban around here. Yeah, and if I were to keep just walking down this road for 7-8 minutes, then you would hit some of the soup tea stations. The one I usually go to is Medrano, so that is the red line. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice to walk around. I think I'm on Mario Bravo right now. But yeah, we'll show you a little bit more around here. I'll show you around the corner, but we're not gonna go too far. Just give you a good insight on what the area looks like. Beautiful day. Actually just added this bike path right here, which I've been running on too, which is nice. That's supposed to be a really nice restaurant. I have not been. We're on Mario Bravo. That's literally where I get my laundry done, right there. So laundry that I get done is like $4.50. Really good, honestly. And I'm gonna miss going to that place because now that I'm going to this new place, you gotta figure out the new places you go to. My gym is right down this road, 7-8 minutes as well. And yeah, so am I gonna walk a little bit further to my gym, maybe go on a run more often? I'm gonna have to find probably a new place for laundry. So it's the interesting thing about travel. Probably should have or could have extended, but I don't know. I just booked something a little bit closer to where my buddy was. But yeah, we kind of made it around. Avenida Cordoba is down there. That's kind of the main road. This is right on the main street.
So I figured as well I should show you guys Avenida Cordoba, which is kind of the main street out here. Boom, boom. Perdidas, yeah. So the main street. And if you were to kind of go that way versus the first way that I showed you guys around that area towards the soup tea, that's gonna take you to the Palermo Soho, Palermo Hollywood out there. So that's more in the mix. Lots of good coffee shops out that way, things more open. But yeah, Avenida Cordoba for you guys. Main street. Bolnace Road, and then you take that pretty much all the way to the new spot. It's also one of the main grocery stores. I actually need to grab water, so I'll show you guys in there. I'll show you guys some of the meat prices. If you can see any. It's about $6 for a New York strip. Yeah, and if you guys are curious, good wine is $5. You can actually get it at some of the Asian stores for like $3. $3, $5, $6, $5. Price is really good.
All right, so let's show you guys the room. Now, first off, we are on the first floor. One thing that I like, we have elevators on both sides and trash in the hallway, which is really cool. Or just honestly makes it easy. But this is what it looks like. Now, what you'll notice about this one, at first I thought the kitchen was small, but after the new place, I've noticed that it's got a lot more counter space. You have the fridge, literally just eggs and steak. The freezer. A microwave up top. This doesn't really close, unfortunately, but we got a little bit older grill. Sorry, I'm cleaning up. And it's pretty much just a studio apartment. I actually like this. The bed has been fine. This table was actually split in the middle. I just put it up against the wall to give it a little bit more room and to kind of have my work set up. But one of the things that I will say that stressed me out at first was because we're on the first floor. So you can actually open these up if you want to. This is nice because I can put my swimsuit and stuff on here to dry off, which I actually don't have one of these at the new place, unfortunately, which, still good size porch. But when you're on the first floor, if you're not used to living in a city with noise, like we're in a city, Buenos Aires is, there's buses going by, as you can see in the footage. There's lots of cars. So the first week, it took some getting used to. So if you're looking at places in that you don't sleep very well, that's something to look into to make sure you're on a little bit higher floor. But literally after like 5-6 days, I got used to it anyways, and like I don't even recognize the noise anymore. So it might frustrate you for a little bit, but it's been great so far. My host at this place as well, I guess I should just show you, and has some good storage as well. I've been able to put my travel bags up top, which is nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do at the new place with that, as you guys will see, but some nice lights in the bed. And I almost forgot to show you guys the bathroom. Pretty standard. You have the bidet, which is pretty much standard in every bathroom. Really simple. Not a whole lot to show you guys here. Some storage down there. One thing I will say is the water pressure is insane. It's freaking fantastic. Water pressure is fantastic. Can't complain about that. Good hot water. I don't know, guys. I use the bidet sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I I know some Argentines are probably going to be on this video, but do you guys use the bidet every single time? I feel like it's almost kind of a process to like get up off the toilet and then go over to the bidet. I don't know if that's funny or if that's like North American to me, but yeah, it can be nice, but at the same time, it's almost like a hassle to, you know, go over there every time. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys are using it all the time, but yeah, it's a nice little touch. So. But my host here has been amazing. He checks in like every single week. He brought me an extra blanket when I wanted one. He got me a new pan as well because I said the pans here were older and there was only one pan. And I'm like, I'm trying to cook steak. So he literally bought me a new pan. So that is the place. One thing as well, I guess it's pretty standard in Argentina. We don't have this, but it's low-key like clutch. I'm not even gonna lie. This like water pot. It heats up water in like 30 seconds. I'm not even lying. If you want like Insta coffee or whatnot, it's good. But yeah, that is the place for the price. I'll show you guys around the next spot. Unfortunately now I'm like I wish I probably would have just extended here because I've gotten used to the neighborhood. I've gotten used to the gym. I found my places. I know how to get around. I know how to use the soup tea from over here, but that's just travel. You just change things up. And now, even though I'm like 1.5 kilometers away, a little bit closer to my friend, now I'm gonna have to get used to that area. It's a little bit more in the mix, but I like being a little bit out of the mix too. But either way, that's what the room looks like, a little studio apartment. This as well, I booked this really late, like literally 3 weeks before I came here. I also booked my new one literally 2 weeks before I was gonna arrive there. So if you are booking things earlier, months in advance, you're gonna have way more options. I noticed when I started creating a wish list on Airbnb, things got taken within days that I was really interested in that I should have just booked. So the earlier you end up booking on Airbnb, the better. Now the other key piece is if you're on the ground, you can get way better deals on Facebook Marketplace, but make sure you're not putting on like multiple deposits unless you want to, unless you're gonna be here for 6 months to 12 months. But you can get really nice places for $500, $600, $700 on Facebook Marketplace on other platforms outside of Airbnb. But you gotta understand if you don't wanna get fleeced, you don't wanna put multiple deposits down, you gotta check with that person if there's extra commissions going to the person that's posting it. So just my thought process, if you're on here looking to come to Buenos Aires, looking at other deals, this is kind of what it gives you if you're getting booking late. If you're not, you have a little bit more time to book. You're going to get better options for better prices. But I would still say that this is a really good price because out in Tampa, St. Pete, where I live in Florida, a 1-bedroom, even a studio is going to cost $1,400 to $2,000. So it's pretty much half the price, 40% less. You don't get all the amenities that you would in an apartment complex in America, but hey, you're in a beautiful country like Argentina. So let's show you around the next spot and show you around that neighborhood.